Lesion, 5 minutes or less. One of my favorite defenders to play just because he's really good at gathering information and crowd controlling. Even if he lost his super shorty this season and lost his impacts a while ago, so he has no sight set potential, he is still really strong if you can use his gadget right. Lesion's gadget is the goo mine. This little throwable stack of needles here. If an attacker steps on them, it'll make a loud ass noise. And they'll start limping until they actually pull it out, which they're going to have to, like, step aside and do a whole animation to get it out. They'll do a little bit of damage when someone steps on them, and if they decide to keep the lesion in for some reason, they'll keep taking more damage over time. You start with 2 in your pocket during prep, and when you hear that refill sound you just heard, that means you get another one. Around the, I want to say, 30 or 40 second mark of the round, you should have your last goo, so you should have information all over the map. You don't need to step precisely on these things to activate them. You can see the little radius when they actually activate. That shows where someone has to step to actually step on it. So you don't have to put these in the middle of a doorway to get the effect on them. You can just put them sort of to the side of a doorway, and someone will step on them as they walk in. You're going to want to put these things in spots where the attackers are not going to actually see them. Like, if you just do the middles of doors like this, I'm going to see that goo on the floor there. Like, some people might miss it. Some people might see it. If you put it on the side of a doorway like this, it's a better chance they're not going to see it as they're pushing up. And as they peek the door, that's in range to actually step on it. So let's say I'm over here holding next to Barrel's wall. The instant I hear the Lesion sound, I know someone's swinging, so I can just swing off of that. Another spot that's fun to put Lesions is, like, on stairs like this. Because when someone's pushing upstairs, they're going to be looking up. They're definitely not looking down. Or if they are looking down, they're looking down to shoot your goose and not looking at the dude at the top of the stairs waiting for the sound cue of the Lesions going off. Like, these might feel sort of out in the open, but when it comes to stairs, everyone's looking at the top of the stairs, never the bottom, because usually there's nothing at the bottom. There's no defender hiding at the bottom of the stairs. So you could literally sort of treat these like barbed wire, put them near the very top of the stairs where they're sort of forced to commit to this whole movement, and the instant someone hears the sound of someone stepping on this Lesion here, they just swing on it, because the attacker has to commit to coming up here. There's no real wrong way to play Lesions. You could play him as an anchor. You could play him as a roamer. I prefer to play him as an anchor, so I'm guaranteed to get my goos unless they rush sight, so that in the last few seconds of the round, when they're panicking trying to get a plant down, what'll happen is they run in and immediately hit a goo and have no time to pull it out. They have to commit to that fight. Plus, there's the added bonus of while you have the goo in, you can't plant. So if you hit a Lesion in the last, like, 5 seconds of the round and you have Diffuser, you're pretty much just fucked. And then as a roamer, Lesion can make roam clearing a fucking nightmare to do. Because usually, when you're attacking this throne site down here, you want control of the areas above, and you want control of Dragon over here. So, if you drop this hatch, you hit a goo. If you come up Dragon stairs, you hit a goo. If you come through to Initiation, you hit a goo. If you come through Initiation to benches, you hit a goo. If you come through double door, I've got a goo there. I've got a goo there. I've especially got that goo there if you come out of office, which you had to go through bathroom and hit this goo. And to get into bathroom, you had to hit this goo. So Lesion can make the roam clear a fucking nightmare because they keep hitting basically these alarms that tell you where the roam clear is going. And if you're playing off them, can tell you where to swing them. Like, I could be over here playing in benches, and I'll just use audio cues to hear that the Lesions on my left went off, so I know I should get ready to swing over here in security. Or, once I do that, I hear the Lesions trigger over in office, so I know I should rotate over here and hold the exit out of bathroom. And, yeah. Lesion, 5 minutes or less. Like I said, one of my favorite defenders. You can play him as an anchor, you can play him as a roamer. There's no real wrong answer. I prefer the anchor just because I'm guaranteed to get all my goos. Just don't be one of those fucking losers that plays Lesion just for the peak and dies with all your goos in pocket. Because that shit sucks. Just play, I don't know, play Warden or some shit. Lesion has utility. If you're gonna pick him, play the utility. And, yeah. Peace.